Hey, what's going on, everyone? Want to show you this rack's filled up pretty quick here, so I'll just show you what I got in each of them. I got some guppy grow outs. These are fry from these guys, so that's one of the males I'm going for. Down here I just have a pair of rack cribs, another pair of rack cribs. I gotta figure out what to do with those. Just picked this guy up at the auction yesterday, and his pair, the albino paradise fish. So I don't know, he's still a little grumpy, it seems like. He must not have ever been fed brine shrimp because he's not really going after him. Loving these guys. These are Bosemani rainbows from Lake Antijo. So they're going to stay a little smaller, but some much stronger color patterns when they do grow. They might grow a little slower from what I've heard. Turns out I got quite a few males in here now that they're coloring up nicely in this 20 gallon. And down here's my little Tanganyikan setup. In there I have the Trets and the Pseudotropheus cygnus. Really like these guys. Very nice fish. And the Trets are behaving so far. I think there's 6 of them in there. And in here I have Tropheus elangi growouts. I just put that rock in there yesterday. They don't really like the light, but they're all munched on brine shrimp in the back. I think there's 8 or 10 of them. They're getting pretty good size though. Alright, so up here I just picked these up at the auction yesterday, and they are loving the brine shrimp. These are threadfin rainbow fish, dwarf rainbows, and they are looking good. Never had a fish like this, so I'm excited to have them. Got a real nice group of them here, so can't wait to see them grow up. And I'll go over everything I got yesterday. These are the gold angel fish, and they are liking their brine shrimp. First meal in their new home. And these are some beautiful koi juveniles. I think there's 5 of them here. A couple of them are blushing. If the camera would focus in on them. Apologize for the glare. But they're eating a few brine shrimp. And I have one empty tank here. And not so good of light, but Venustus. I have a couple of Victorian, what are they? I don't know, too many names right now. I haven't had enough coffee. I should remember them. Anyways, I remember them 99% of the time, right? Down here I have some Malawi eyebiter Apache hybrids plus blue dolphins. I'm gonna have to do something with them, but they're growing nicely. Some really nice dragon bloods, and then some of them that didn't come out with the dragon blood patterning, but we'll see what they look like. That guy's got a lot of blue in them. They're all the same batch of fry, so we'll see. This guy's a real stunner. Real nice fish. And blue dolphins. I got so many blue dolphins. Too many. And then these are dragon blood crossed with a sunshine banga, so they're more yellow. He's gonna be real nice. You can tell they're definitely a much duller sheen of orange, almost a bold yellow color. So he would look pretty cool next to the one that's more of a darker orange with the white up top. And yeah, that's basically the new rack. So I gotta optimize. I have to finish the automatic water. They're all drilled, plumbed, so I can just take a hose and fill them up, and the water will flow out the back. And for anybody who cares, it flows down all the pumps, or down all the pipes, out the back here, and down here to a little sump pump with a check valve. And this is just a vent on the side, vent, check valve, and I can isolate the system if I ever need to clean the container the sump pump sits in, pumps up and over. And to my drain, because I did not have a floor drain anywhere around here, and I didn't want to have a pipe running across the floor and blocking the aisleway. So yeah, I got quite a few new fish. I'll do a fish room tour here shortly, but just a short video here. Pretty excited about these guys. Two of them are holding in here too. These are fire red Uganda Victorian. Oh yeah, and I got some other fish too. These guys are doing real good. These are the yellow compressiceps. Starting to look nice if the camera would zoom in on them. They look nice in person. Getting to be almost 2 inches. And then Travassier rock crebensis. These guys are already pairing off. There's 2 pairs in this tank. There's a pair right there. She's chasing everybody away. She's got a yellow belly. Awesome fish. I just think the market's saturated with them right now, and there's her mate. So I have too many. They're too good at breeding, maybe. And then a big pile of Java moss in that tank. These are Pseudotropheus Travassier, or at least maybe not Pseudotropheus Travassier. Big male still being a jerk, pressing everybody up against the corners. Still got to find a little bit better tank for those guys, but there's only 5 of them in there. They're doing good. Super Reds just bred for me again. They're doing real good. These are some of the best ones I have, with little to no calico pattern on them. Have that one in there for the long fin gene. There's a real nice long fin Super Red. But they're a little harder to come by, so trying to get them bright red plus long fin. Work in progress. Should have taken these to the auction. These were selling pretty good. Koi swordtails. If anybody's interested in them, let me know, because I don't have plans to breed these. And there's a random Julie and a Burchardi that's grown quite a bit. Started out as just little teeny tiny fingernail size. This tank's a little less sparse, even though it doesn't look like it. I took a lot of these guys to the auction yesterday, Grand Valley Aquarium Society. Great auction, good job guys. It was a lot of fun. My wife's first auction, she enjoyed it a lot. The loop eyes are doing good. They're definitely breeding size. I think there's too many of them in here though, because they have not bred for me, or I have not seen the babies. Getting a little tired of these guys taking up a 75 gallon. The Kuderai, they're doing just fine, but tank space is a premium. The Ruby Reds with a lot of glare. Only a couple males show color at a time, so I try to pull those out and let a couple other males color up. And then these are all my Victorians. I guess I'm doing a fish room tour right now. Why not, huh? The Flamebacks, they did okay at auction. Most people don't care for the Victorians for some reason, but they do well with my peacocks. I mean, they're a little more on the aggressive side, but most fish can hold their own against these Victorians, and they add a lot of color and a little bit different personality to the tank. These are the Eastern Happies, the blue strain, blue collection point. And interestingly, these are blue. I mean, you can see how blue they are. They're the blue collection point. They have some speckling of yellow, but their babies are looking more yellow than blue. So we'll see what happens there. I mean, he's a beautiful fish. I gotta clean these tanks, so. And these are the new pickup yesterday. These are a Victorian multicolor. I forget the scientific name of them, but they have these blue lips here. I thought they were cool, and I'm a sucker for Victorians. I mean, let me know what you think. I think that's a beautiful fish, and I'm excited to have this colony in this 29 gallon right now, so I'll be keeping an eye on them. And yeah, my Hippo Point salmons are still doing great. dominant males still looking really nice. They're always hungry. It's one thing I like about the Victorians. They're hardy. I mean, they chase each other, yeah, but they don't really kill that often, as long as you have a decent group for them. There's a couple holding in here. Small batches, though. Females are still small, so I only get about 10, 12 eggs from them usually. So I got a lot of work to do today. Today's my work day. These kois, they bred. Again, they're doing great. I love them, but I can't get them to raise. I get them to wigglers. I had a few swimming around, and then they all just die. And I tried to clean the tank. I tried to pull them out, put them in dishes. Somebody please let me know how to keep the babies alive, because it's really frustrating. I've probably failed about 8 times already on these guys. I keep getting a little bit closer, but I'm out of ideas now. So, oh, yeah, I showed you the angels already, didn't I? I mean, these koi angels up here are really nice. I had to get them. They sold for a good amount of money, and I just had to have them with the orange coloring there. I think they're really nice kois, plus the couple blushing there. Good backup. I'm really into the angelfish. I just can't get them to go. So that's part of the fun of fish keeping, right? So why not continue the fish room tour? Automatic water change system, still doing great, but I have to plumb it up and over to this new rack. I think I'm going to do a drip system for this. It'll be my first time doing a drip system, but I think it'll work well with the species that I'm keeping in here. Yeah, and the way I have the timer set up and everything. I'm in the process of putting this in so I can be a little more organized with my fish food. And I feed a variety of everything. If you want to know specifically, I will let you know in the comments for any species or anything, but it's just a variety usually. I just stripped, this is the Sunshine Banga, who's the dad to the Dragon Blood. And I just got another batch of babies from the VC10s. Have held a couple times, but I don't know if I need to strip them within the first couple days or if the eggs aren't fertile, but they never hold for long. So this guy's got to come out of here. He's doing good. He's not a bully, but I think he's too big. And I think I have another male in here who'll color up if he gets out of there. The yellow blaze are doing good, except he's the dominant one. And he's not a Z-Rock, I'm pretty certain. But he's beautiful regardless. So I think there might be a couple holding in here. But I have quite a bit of the Z-Rock fry. I've separated them. I have 3 breeder boxes with them now. All at once there was 3 females holding, so I decided to get them. They're getting pretty good size now, 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch. More Eastern Happies up here. These bristlenose need to go in the grow out tank. I need to separate them. Bristlenose are doing real well. I took some of those to the auction, and you can see some of the escapees. I have some Geophagus and blue dolphins that have jumped out of the breeder boxes and into their tank. So that's always a struggle trying to keep them out of there. And yeah, so these are the Eastern Happies. And it's not really showing too much today, but a couple of these were showing quite a bit of yellow color. But maybe that'll turn blue. And my 10-gallon rack, wrong direction. So my endlers, I took a few endlers to the auction yesterday. Probably could have taken more, but I ran out of time. The blue Moscows, looking pretty good. These aren't my best blue Moscows, my best ones are upstairs. But these still look real nice. They got some real nice blues to them. One of my favorite guppies here. So those sold pretty good yesterday. I took some nice ones. My yellow guppies, yellow guppy strain's starting to take off. So I think I have enough here to combine them into one nice tank with some Java moss. Yeah, so here's some more of the yellow guppies. They're going to be white front, yellow back. And yeah, more of the blue metallic guppies. These are kind of, I need to separate some of these. A lot of mutts There's some really pretty ones there. I mean, the tail on this guy's really nice, but it's not exactly what I'm going for. So, very healthy. These are the red delta mutts. Some of them are nice red deltas. Some of them seem to be a little crossbred. But that's okay, they're mutts. Very healthy, doing good. More eastern happies here. So yeah, look at this guy, look how yellow he is. But maybe that blue comes a little bit later. I mean, he's got blue around his mouth and stuff, but... And ruby greens, they're not showing a ton of color. There's always one little male. They're only about an inch. Starting to show a little color. More guppies, shrimp, just your standard cherry shrimp. These Victorians up here, the piebald kind of ones, forget the name of them. Got to get them into a separate 20-gallon tank. Maybe I'll do that today, hopefully. The cootereye babies are doing good, getting big. Maybe I'll put them with the parents to save another tank. Empty tank for a fish that's coming over today. And yeah, okay, going around the room. So the other 180 gallons doing real good. Some of these Apaches, I took 3 of them to the auction yesterday. They did real well. Starting to get 3.5, 4 inches. I like to pull a few out, and then a few more will color up. It's kind of the everything tank, though. I pull my filters out of this tank. And right now, not a lot of color going on here, but if I turn the lights on, it'd be a lot nicer. So I took a couple like this guy, and they did well. So I was happy about that. I really like that tank. It's almost like having a koi pond. I mean, they just, if they think you're gonna feed them, I mean, I can just scoop them out of the water here. You know, there's a nice male. But they don't care. My daughter comes down and pets them. So yeah, more breeder boxes. I'll go quick here. This video's getting long. Dolphins, empty breeder box that had flamebacks in it yesterday. Took those to the auction. These are Geophagus, more blue dolphins. And these are fire red Ugandas. I gotta clean that breeder box. They seem to be collecting a lot of waste in there. And these are Apaches. And the only reason I kept these guys is because there's a few albinos in there. So I'm excited to see what those turn out to be. And this is a super red with a daddy inside. Let's see if we can't get the camera over here to see. Probably not, though. 2 Tropheus Chipimbis up here. That's kind of a wasted tank. They're doing just fine together. These are, why do I keep thinking Pseudotropheus? Protomelis, Spilantaneus, Tanzania. And I thought I had all females and 1 male here. You can definitely tell the male, beautiful fish. But you can also tell that these 2 guys have just recently showed their colors too. So if anybody's looking for one of these males, they are just a beautiful fish. Orange on the bottom, super bright. And down here, my ruby red breeders. So that's my guy right there, Chismulu. I was told that these are actually, he brought these in years and years and years, 20 plus years ago as wild caught. Alonacara Stevani Chismulu location point, and the last ones that stayed in the area. So these are actually F2s, wild caught Chismulus. That's what I was told, at least. These are my breeding group of Geophagus redhead Tapajos, and they did amazing at the auction. The male's hiding down there. He hasn't got the red on his head yet. He's starting to get the hump. But they're ready for food. Everybody's kind of ready for food right now. A couple plecos in a lot of these tanks too. And why in the heck is this eluding me? These guys are just staying way too skinny. I don't know if they're chasing each other too much or what. I gotta figure that out. And my Taiwan Reefs, I gotta get this guy out of here. He's got something going on with him. It is bad. Everybody else is doing real good though. And that's That's the breeder male right there. So if I get a couple of these males out here, ever since this guy got a bad eye, it's just been downhill. I'm pretty sure it's parasites. I've treated it with Metro. It doesn't help. I want to get him out of there before anybody else gets the parasites. I mean, he's spinning now. I don't pay enough attention to my tanks, really. I should probably just euthanize him. I've tried and it's not working. So apologize for the glare. These are my predator tank, sort of. It's become that. Oscars are doing great. They get enough pellets to stay happy. This guy's a little jerk. I'm gonna do a deep clean on this tank. Pretty heavy bio load. This is the male to the Dragon Bloods that I have. I mean, super nice male. The only Dragon Bloods that seem to sell good in this area are the ones that are really, really nice. So look, Alona Cara, he's chasing. They say peacocks are friendly, right? But look, I mean, this guy's not bad, but he is trying to be tank boss. He's got Venustus in here, Zebro Bleakidens. That's what these guys are. Told you I'd remember it. So I have a few males here. He's chasing Malawi eye biters around. He's got Oscars in the tank. Alona Cara can hold their own, whatever anybody tells you. So it's a Malawi eye biter female there. That might actually be the male. I think I have one male and two females. And they're pretty good size. Right next to the Oscar there. He's probably a 6-inch fish, 6.5. They're getting fed too heavy because I'm trying to feed the Oscars and these guys are faster. And these are the breeder blue dolphins. He's been a grump lately. He's not eating much food and he's chasing everybody and I'm just a little worried about him. So I added some salt to the tank the other day and he's still feisty. He seems to be getting a little better. He's interested in food. So these guys, yeah, those are the Pundamilla Nyeri with a few peacocks. I gotta combine that tank with another tank. Breeder boxes, Eastern Happy, smaller geos, which I'm excited to have because they've been selling really well at the auction. And my Tropheus Chipimbis, doing real good, skittish of anything that's out of the ordinary, but when you feed them, it's a really enjoyable tank. So really like these guys. One of the rarer red collections of Tropheus. And one thing that's cool about these is I raised them myself. These are the first Tropheus I bred. So I had a group of about 7 or 8 adults and I got about 40 juveniles out of them before the adults decided to go on a killing spree, and all that's left are my 2 up there, and then I put another one in one of the male Tropheus tanks here. Excuse me, my voice is starting to go. So yeah, I caught another 4 Tropheus duboisii for anybody who follows me. They were being held by a female that I didn't even realize she was holding. There's 4 more in there, and there's about 12 in here. They're doing great. Let's see if I can zoom in on them. And the duboisii are the ones with the spots all over them, so you see those in pet stores, but you don't see the F1 Maswas. So these come from wild parents. Wild parents, yeah, because the other ones in there's some F1s in the same tank, but they're not big enough to breed yet. So these all came from big adult parents. Yeah, these guys jumped ship. So there's a ruby green here. I don't know, I just let them stay in this tank. It's kind of my tumbler tank. And I don't have the light on down here, but what are these? Oh yeah, these are the Dragon Blood Sunshines I just pulled. They're swimming around good. And these are Protomelis, Tanzania, those spontaneous ones that I was showing you earlier. These are Fire Red Ugandas. Show you everything I got. Bloody Mary shrimp. There's got to be over 100 of them in here. Been doing good. The hornwort's finally starting to get its needles back. That thing lost all its needles. So, real nice shrimp. Probably should have taken some of those to the auction. The shrimp were doing pretty good. Blue dolphin grow outs. This guy was in timeout. That is a male Venustus. Feeding out the brine shrimp. Pundamilla Nyeri. I'm going to combine this tank with another tank. And I don't have any of the lights on here, so I'm going to go super quick. Blue dolphins, sunshine bangas. Some of them are starting to get some color. Tropheus, green Morago males in here. Tropheus Elangi males in here, and one Chipimbi male. There's the Chipimbi male, the one that... No, that's not the Chipimbi male. He's smaller. There's the Chipimbi male. See, when you put the males together, they get along fine. They're hungry, though. So if anybody wants a Tropheus male group tank, I have Elangis, I have Moragos, so these would be the Moragos. With the lights on, they look real nice, like a yellowish green sheen to them. They got spots all over their face. The males look even better than these. These are females. She might be holding. I'll have to get back to that. That would be the first time they've been chasing like they want to breed, but I haven't got them to breed yet. So Tropheus are getting a water change today. These are the Elangi breeding group, doing good. And these are Elangi grow outs, which I would possibly part with if anybody's interested. I mean, they're ready to breed. They're already exhibiting breeding behavior. These would be 2.5, 3 inches. Probably some of them are 3 inches. Once I throw the light on this tank, it looks real good though. Real nice fish. And these are the outcasts. So there's Moragos and Elangis in there. And unfortunately, they have to share a 10-gallon. There's 3 or 4 fish in there because the other tanks won't accept them. So I would let the outcasts go for a pittance. Throw me a bone and they're yours, just because I can't put them in any other tank. So they're healthy though. So that's it. That's what I got going on. Oh no, that's not it. I got tanks upstairs I just did a water change on. These are one of my new fish that I just got. These are a Geophagus species, and I'm really liking them. They are also known as the pearl cichlid, but I guess they're a cave spawner. They're not a mouth brooder, so we'll see how it goes. Their tank's a little cloudy still because I added the sand last night, and I picked up that rock at the auction. Heck of a steal on that. Looks awesome. I love it. So yeah, these guys, nobody's breathing heavy that I got back from the auction. Doing real good. This is kind of my plant. Red Delta guppy. Not even red deltas. They're more like mutts. And I'll sell them as such. And there's some golden white clouds in here too. So this tank has a little algae buildup. I need to clean the glass. Maybe get a couple plecos in here. Actually, I'm going to do that. I'm going to throw some plecos in here. Basically hornwort and Valsinaria. And down here I have the white collection point. I don't know if anybody's going to come out. This tank seems to be a little skittish. And the Gertzy cichlid, which is like the yellow predator half. 2 of those. And a cool black species of Victorian, which I haven't figured out the name for yet. Well, I know the name, I just can't remember it. So the white labs, I'm hoping it'll start breeding here soon, but I don't know. They seem a little skittish, probably because I'm walking around talking, doing weird things. So that is all that I have. Hope you enjoyed the fish room tour. And stay tuned. Please subscribe, like the video, comment. It helps me immensely as a small-time breeder just starting up. And I'll try to do more helpful videos. If there's anything you want to see, anything in my fish room that piqued your interest, please let me know. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.